You are listening to the Proverbs for Living a Fulfilling Life podcast. Hi, this is your host, Dr. Rick Upchurch. These Proverbs come from a lifetime of experience. My goal in sharing them with you is to help you avoid some of life's pitfalls and hopefully give you some tools to live a more fulfilling life. I hope you will ponder the proverb in this episode and take away something that you can use.
Episode 25, Teachable Spirit. A former mentor, Dr. John Conley, once told me that you could recognize true leaders by how they receive correction and guidance. He said, people with a teachable spirit are able to learn from their mistakes and grow to become better. People without a teachable spirit are always defending themselves and blaming circumstances or others for their failures. If you don't have a teachable spirit, you will constantly wonder why you are being picked on, persecuted, or avoided. In fact, if you regularly feel picked on, persecuted, and avoided, it could be a sign that you do not have a teachable spirit. Henry Cloud calls these people fools. Fools may be very intelligent, but if they cannot or will not learn, cannot or will not accept responsibility and grow from correction, then they are indeed fools. Here are some of the characteristics of someone with a teachable spirit. First, those with a teachable spirit are also called humble. If you can humble yourself to listen to correction and accept your need to improve, there may be hope for you. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 12 states, "Do you see a man who is wise in his own eyes? There is more hope for a fool than for him." Humility is a key component in a teachable spirit, and one of the most common characteristics cited of great leaders. Sadly, most people feel they are humble, but their life tells a different story. Here's a quick test to gauge your humility. Have you ever given up your own privileges in order to serve those who have less? Second, those with a teachable spirit have a growth mindset. Carol Dweck identified the difference between the growth mindset and a fixed mindset in her research and describes both in her book, Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. According to her, a person with a fixed mindset assumes that their character, intelligence, and creative ability are static and can't be changed in any meaningful way. While the person with a growth mindset, on the other hand, thrives on challenges and sees failures as opportunities for growth. Dweck states, "For 20 years, my research has shown that the view you adopt for yourself profoundly affects the way you lead your life. It can determine whether you become the person you want to be and whether you want to accomplish the things you value." I encourage you to check out her book and even search for her TED Talk on this subject. Third, those with a teachable spirit are curious. Curiosity killed the cat, so the saying goes. But instead of dying, the curious person is always evolving and becoming something new. Their curiosity opens doors and creates opportunities. Curiosity feeds the growth mindset. Proverbs 25, verse 2 states, "It is the glory of God to conceal things, but the glory of kings is to search them out." Those with a teachable spirit are searchers. So, how do you develop a teachable spirit? Try to develop these habits in your life. First, be like the little engine that could. You may remember that story from your childhood by Wyatt Piper. When faced with challenges and opportunities, repeat this phrase, "I think I can, I think I can." And more often than not, you will be right. Believing in yourself, when tempered with humility, makes accomplishing great things possible. The person who believes in themselves doesn't flinch from challenges or setbacks, but uses them as stepping stones to success. Second, when confronted, listen. Fight or flight is the normal response. We are genetically programmed that way. However, it is possible to resist those responses and choose a different one. Wise is the individual who can train themselves to pause and really listen, really hear what is being said. The words that are said could be the path to your success. There's a Chinese saying attributed to Zen master Rutan to a student. You are like the cup. You are full of ideas. You come asking for teaching, but your cup is full. I can't put anything in it. Before I can teach you, you'll have to empty your cup. Don't come into any situation with your cup already so full that you cannot add another drop. Instead, realize that you are a work in progress and still on the path to becoming who you could be. One of the most frustrating things in the world is to try to talk with someone who already knows everything and can't perceive a different truth. Third, mentally position yourself to perceive your life as a journey with many ups and downs and detours. That way you won't be surprised when you're challenged, and you can more easily go with the flow. If you can frame even the negatives in your life as part of the journey, you will be more likely able to keep moving forward and growing while others are stuck. This reminds me of a great Disney film that emphasizes this point. The title of the film is called Meet the Robinsons. And one of the moral lessons of that story has to do with the importance of making decisions and choosing to continue to move forward in spite of failures and setbacks. I highly encourage you to watch that movie. Fun for the whole family, Meet the Robinsons. One of the most valuable tools anyone has is to have a teachable spirit. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to this episode. I want to encourage you to please subscribe and, if you don't mind, refer the podcast to a friend. In every case, the information in these episodes is merely the tip of the iceberg of information related to that specific topic. If you want to get a hold of me, you can reach me by emailing proverbs@upchurch-consulting.com. I'll look forward to hearing from you. If you would like to know more about God's Word or how God works in the world and in your life, I highly recommend checking out Wesley Biblical Seminary. This is a solid, accredited seminary with fully online programs at a reasonable cost. Best of all, in my opinion, WBS approaches the Bible from a Wesleyan holiness perspective that embraces free will. You can check them out at wbs.edu.